Hi, I'm Jeff, the Thrifty Overlander, and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I hope to provide some entertainment and information from my perspective of overlanding. I have plans for videos covering the subjects of gear reviews, modifications, vehicle once-overs, adventure, and camp life videos. I believe I'm thrifty by nature, and I know my overlanding story probably wouldn't have happened if I couldn't have done it in a thrifty way. And I know many of you are in the same situation, so hopefully I can pass on some information to you, and I hope to learn from you as well and pass on any of that information. I don't claim to be an ultimate expert at anything. I'm always learning, and I hope to learn more and pass that information on to you, and hopefully I can entertain you along the way. I wanted to cover what thrifty means to me since it's a big part of this channel. The dictionary says thrifty is using money or other resources carefully and not wastefully. I believe being thrifty is more than just being frugal. Those other resources could be weight, effort, and time. Sometimes it makes more sense to spend more money if it could save you enough time and or effort that will make your adventure that much more enjoyable. If I do spend more money than I can get away with, I try to do it in a thrifty way, like example, tools that I don't use very often, I'll buy from Harbor Freight rather than Home Depot. Thrifty is also relative. Thrifty spending may mean something completely different to someone making $200,000 or $300,000 a year versus someone making $40,000, $50,000 a year. A retired person may not feel the need to be that thrifty with their time compared to somebody working 50-hour work weeks. Your needs can change what is thrifty. Say you want an awning. If you're going to be deploying it a couple times a day, a couple hundred days a year, it probably makes more sense to spend a little more money on a easily deployed batwing that's got more quality. If you're like me and you only deploy it a few times a year, then a $100 awning just does the trick. I think my style of thrifty varies a lot from being a cheapskate to spending plenty because I feel the weight, effort, or time savings is worth it. As far as my overlanding story goes, well, it starts back a few years ago. I was a member of a group called the Underground Explorers, and we basically explore abandoned mines. To get to these mines, most of the time they're in backcountry areas that are really rough roads or washed out, or it's not easy to get to. Something you wouldn't go to in a Honda Civic. So I spent a lot of time in the passenger seat of my friend Mike's Jeep, going to these mines and having a good time. And after a while, it kind of got to the point where I wanted to do that on my own. I didn't want to be the passenger all the time. There's a part of overlanding that makes it a lot more fun if you're the one in control and doing the driving. So opportunities came about that I was able to pick up a thrifty level Overlander, and I'll go through my vehicles in another video here. Once I was able to get my own vehicles, it was a whole new world being able to have control and do the driving yourself. That made a big difference. So my background really starts with going underground, and kind of now it's my focus is really all about above ground and going to places you can't get to with the everyday streetcar. So that's really the story that I have, and that's where I came from in overlanding world. Please hit the subscribe button if the Thrifty Overlander is something you'd be interested in. I'd really appreciate it.